have it unmuted here.
Hey, we're back, but I don't know if anyone but me has sound. Somebody else talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you all hear us, audience?
We think we're here.
I think.
Maybe.
I have audio, and I see audio from you guys. Hey.
We have sound.
Kaito says we have sound.
Don't know why it did that. It was weird. It was real messed up.
Sorry, everybody. OBS likes to randomly stop functioning at various times.
Just between now.
Oh my god. Toad and Yoshi says we could hear you the whole time you were singing, etc.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Why?
So in actual fact,
Why was there audio for break?
The whole time.
Good. Amazing. You get to hear what tech support looks like on this end.
Mostly in here, it sounds like Alina cursing.
Yeah, basically.
Why is
It's
this
like,
fucking work?
Damn it. Fucking thing. Okay, OBS. We got some beautiful art for you all. I should push us over to that.
Yeah, show us those LAR drawings.
Look at this
I
good
posted
boy.
them on my Blue Sky already as well.
Oh, they're
because,
so
holy crap,
good. Look at that good boy.
I can't believe how quickly he can crank out that professional level shit. It's
Right.
unreal.
It's like fully colored and shaded.
It's
Yep.
the fact that there's two of them. I saw one
Yeah.
and I was like,
He did one.
I know,
Oh,
belly
no, no,
rubs.
I just do another one.
larger than
Now
drawing.
belly
And I was
rubs
like,
is so good.
no, there's two.
And then we got the hunt.
Look at this LART work.
They're on the trail. So beautiful.
I thought you for a second. My brain's like large working.
LART
That's the
work.
secret to Lars' powers.
That's how LAR does this.
Yeah.
He sticks
He
a brush in
pushes
his ass and then
the
he twerks.
stylus to extend
No,
ADUs.
Look at this perfect little guy.
Hold on, let me draw that real fast.
Oh, so good.
Good. We got Jeff's Ollie here too.
Yep.
I love the summoning circle. Did anyone see that one, Lane?
No, I
It's
did.
so
I saw.
good.
I was laughing at
Okay.
LAR because I made the joke about LAR twerking. Was he has his puts the paintbrush in his ass and twerks in front of the. And he said, "I have an animated GIF of that I sent to Somer,"
Amazing. Good.
which just makes me happy.
And then we have this very emotional one I drew. The reunion from last game.
Aw.
I think at the
This is
same
what you
time,
have
Randy was
for us.
also drawing a version of this. Except it was Stromlin hugging Ugna, so we kind of have bookends.
Yep.
Yay!
And then Raven's utterly amazing art. Look at this shading on that.
Yeah.
So much fun with
Really
this.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alina and I now sharing a reference pack of just athletic ladies.
Some buff
And it's
ladies.
legitimate. It is
Oh, yeah.
actually like a photo reference pack. It's not just a screenshots folder. You know.
Where's my version of Fetid? I drew a Fetid. I forgot to post it anywhere. He's just a little guy. There we go.
This is what you get, audience, when you have a game full of artists.
Oh,
Ma'am.
I love the hat collection.
Yep.
and filth. Just
Oh yeah,
like
Filth is there.
pickled filth.
He looks like a Fraggle.
He does. It was
He's got a
deliberate.
Fraggle
Ping
face.
pong ball eyes.
Yep.
Ma'am. All right. There we go. We got some art. Oh no, there was one more. Hang on.
So much artwork for y'all.
Dromlin's too old for the shit, but Purdy's not.
It's pretty good.
All
It's
right,
pretty perfect.
there we go.
Perfect,
Wow.
perfect.
200 years young.
And we all know it now.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
only as old as your last blood transfusion.
I'm not clear on how long humans live, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be that long.
Depends. Maybe.
I would
think
love
Morgan's been under the assumption that he's just a gnome. Like a weird gnome.
Just a gnome with
I
weird
would
ears.
love if Ugna was just assumed now that humans live that long.
Yep.
It's just
Like,
like,
is it just
I
orcs
realized
that don't live
you're-
that
they're
long? Is
like-
that is it just an
they're
us
like
thing?
dwarves.
You heard about like a 90-year-old man who died, and you're like, So sad.
So young.
So soon.
So
Yeah.
soon.
Or maybe you just think it has to do with the height.
Oh, yeah.
Like dwarves and most humans don't live that long because they're too tall.
Oh,
Dwarves
yeah.
and gnomes, they live a
Yeah,
long
you
time.
hit your
'cause
hand
they're
on
so
something
short.
eventually, and
Oh,
yeah.
Bennett's
I
gonna
do
live
wanna
to be
see a
like
graph of-
1,000.
Yeah.
I want to see a graph of fantasy races to height, like age span to height, and the elves will just be the weird thing, because all the short ones live a long time, and then you get to humans and there's this dip, and then elves and you're like right back up.
Yep.
Ugna
But it's
thinks that the leading cause of anyone over 90 is accidents because they're they can be very old. It's just that they're also
Absolutely.
delicate.
Yeah.
Like it's just the slips and falls, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah. Like, it's so
You gotta
fragile.
keep
the,
that
the
dex
mind
saving.
collapses for the.
Yep.
It's like the leading cause of death over the age of 100 in
Yep.
fantasy races is mind collapse because of all the gnomes and dwarves.
It's true.
Okay, so we left off at the beginning of initiative.
Hey.
There is a pair of Greytower Twins who have appeared, but Fetid has won initiative and goes before
Yeah.
anybody.
All right. So we took a long rest, correct?
Yes.
So
You have spent
I
one
have used
spell.
Pass Without Trace. Yes. Okay.
That is it.
All right. I want to start by hunters marking one of them, and then
One of the Grey Towers or one of the soldiers?
one of the Grey Towers. And how many soldiers are there?
So far, they've just started spilling into the room, so there's just like a group of like maybe 6.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the
Only
leading
6 guys.
two who
Yeah.
came through the door, and then like the 2 right behind them, and then the 2 in the doorway.
Mhm.
But you heard quite a few sets of boots, so there could be
Yeah.
more.
Okay, I am going to attempt to web all of them.
Oh,
Or as
the
many as I
soldiers.
can get. Yeah.
Smart. Okay, so you make a command in Undercommon to your swarm, and your various bugs start spewing webbing into the doorway. So let's see what they got. I don't think you have to roll anything. I think they do.
Yeah, I think it's
Just saving throw.
Yeah.
Conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing. The point of your choice within range fills a 20-foot cube, so that will completely fill the doorway and the hall beyond. It becomes difficult terrain and light obscuring for stealth purposes. And if the webs aren't anchored between 2 solid masses, they collapse on themselves, but you can have they will reach right across.
Cool.
And therefore, anything trying to start its turn in the web or enter its turn makes a dex saving throw, and if they fail, they are restrained in the webs until they break free. So all 6 of these guys are going to roll saving throws immediately, and your save DC is a 15. Okay. A total of 2 of them of the 6 have made it.
Nice.
So 6 of them immediately go like and are suspended in the air, thrashing their arms and legs. One of them kind of like ducks and rolls as you cast the spell, assuming that it's some kind of like blast, but it turns out to be very different. And another one managed just to sort of like duck and dodge and pull his foot out just in time. The 2 in the lead basically get through. And they'll have to roll again, I think, when they start their turn in the web. Actually, no, they don't have to roll until the start of their turn. So I'll just call that the rolls that they made when they get to their turn. That is Fetid. So, sorry, which Zook or Zaya? Which one are you going to Hunter's Mark?
Whichever one is closer.
Okay, Zook is the one holding the Sorcerer's Cup.
They're both the same bastard.
I want to mark that guy then.
Okay.
Creep.
All right. Next up is the Greytower Twins. No, sorry. I'm going to do a round of you guys first because of the surprise situation. Because you were all hidden. and they don't really appear down here until after. So next up is Copernicus.
Oh, actually, before Fed wraps up, does Ollie act on his turn?
No, Ollie should have his own initiative. You want to give it a quick roll?
I'll leave Jeff to that.
Well, actually, sorry, it depends. It's up to Jeff.
Hey, Ollie, what's your speed rating? Ollie, what's your speed
Aw.
rating? What is it? What's your speed rating?
0, I'm a sleepy.
Yeah, he's
He
looking at
looks
you like,
fairly
what?
incapacitated.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
is.
so cute.
He's recharging.
According to the internet, it's 50.
Yeah.
But Jeff, you get to choose because you're riding on the back of the
Oh, yeah.
Hellhound right now. You
Oh.
can either treat him as a mount, and you get to he goes on your initiative,
Mhm.
but he can only do certain things,
Uh-huh.
or he goes independently of you and he can do whatever he wants. But
I think he should be independent because it sounds like Perny has an idea, and I think Perny should get to
okay.
do whatever his idea is.
So somebody roll for Ollie. Either
I have rolled for him. I rolled an 18, so he is also
nice.
very fast.
He only has a +1 initiative, but that still gives him a 19. Okay.
Okay,
Little
it's in
squeaker.
the safer work now.
Oh my god. That is upsetting.
Nice.
I think what
Nice.
really does it for me is the eyes. Like you can tell I'm like really getting a good honk in there. Really savoring the aroma.
When I was picturing the two of you guys tracking together, I just
Oh.
imagined that like
God.
Scooby-Doo type, like where
Mhm.
like the nostril like vacuums itself
Yep.
to the
Absolutely.
ground.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
I tried to
Oh,
I tried to
my
animate like
God.
little puffs of air
Oh.
going in, and then it just looked it looked even weirder. So I was just like,
No,
I'll leave it
that's the
there. That's like
best.
the perfect amount of cursed.
Yep.
So, what
Oh,
orders
God.
are being given to Ollie? Because
I
it can
don't
either
know.
be
I don't know that I can put this on screen, but I'm just gonna do that.
hold it up a little bit because you're and a little bit to your side. There you go. There you go.
Bullseye's
It's so
So
cursed.
It's so
Oh my
good.
god, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
It's so
If you're part of our Discord, you can see it right now.
Nice. Oh my god.
Bring it into. I had to bring it to life. I had to
The
animate
moment
it.
has been brought to life.
Yeah.
We have some slots left for animated GIFs. If you don't mind
What
me using
do-
it.
What do y'all want the Hellhound to do?
I was gonna
Either-
pitch Fetid on issuing a fetch command on the cup.
I like it.
Good.
Okay, so you point to the cup and go, fetch. That is one of the scents you guys have been following too, so it's pretty straightforward. In that case, he's going to, I'm going to randomize which of these makes the most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's a 5. So he bristles and growls in their direction and starts running towards them. They're at the other end of the corridor. And when he is within 15 feet of them, he breathes fire on them.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Good.
They have to make an only DC 12 dex save, which they both make, so they take half damage. Jeff, can you do me the honor of rolling 6d6 fire damage?
Yeah, I can.
And they will take half damage, but that's still not a small amount of damage.
14. 19 damage.
I'll round it up to 20, so half 10. So they each take 10 damage from fire. And yeah, there's no role for things to be on fire, but I'm sure they are like yelp and start patting off their robes and are very upset about this. Next up is Copernicus.
So the hunter's mark is on Zook right now, and Zaya is not yet harmed.
Well, you can't tell who the hunter's mark is on, but
Okay.
neither of them have been harmed. Both of them have been harmed by having fire breathed on them.
Okay. I think I'm going to just see that like Fetid is lining up a shot or whatever and not touch Zook. I'm gonna do something that has never been done to these twins, possibly, and I'm hoping it's traumatizing. I'm gonna cast banishment on one of them to force them to spend like 1 minute apart.
Ooh.
So Zaya's gonna get a
Nasty.
banishment.
I like this a lot.
Bye-bye.
Is there?
Saving
It's just a
throw.
save, right?
Yeah, I think it's a saving throw. So.
Oh, I hope you make this. I hope.
What
Which
level?
one of them is holding the cup too?
Zook has the cup,
Perfect. Okay,
Perfect.
Great. So then the cup stays in play. Perfect.
and you're casting this as a 4th level spell, right? Because that's your base.
That's my max. If I can goose that to make it harder to... No, it wouldn't change the save, but it... Oh, no, it'd give me an additional...
No,
target
You can only
effect.
goose that if you do it as a ritual, so you don't want to do that anyway.
Don't I have a blood casting thing that lets me...
Charisma saving throw or be banished. All right. All comes down to this.
Please.
I have rolled an 11. And what's your
There's an
DC
11?
is 17, right?
17 with the Raw of the Pack.
What's their bonus though? Because they're casters.
I don't think they're going to have a +6.
Yeah.
They are, in fact, sorcerers, and I believe
That's high charisma.
sorcerer gets a proficient. They don't get proficiency on. No, so they do have. This is a charisma save, isn't it?
They're probably pretty good at that as warlocks.
They do have proficiency in charisma, so
That's what warlocks do.
yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna randomize. Okay, that is a successful save.
Raven, do you think that is worth a silvery bar?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I said silvery barbs that shit.
Silvery barb.
Okay, so I got to re-roll, right?
Yeah.
I need.
Well,
So I'm looking at a bird who just has his head under one pad of my headphones, and that is his nest. He's decided that's where he lives now.
Ample shelter and protection, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
aw. Like up on top of your monitor.
No, I threw them on the couch, and they're just sitting there, and he has his head under it.
Can you turn your camera? I want to see.
Maybe. Wow. It's getting a little weird.
Oh.
He's moved now. He just had his head underneath.
That's
Now
really
he's trying to adjust. He's like, how do I
Yeah.
get the whole rest of me? Nope, nope.
I
Go back
can't
under the
figure it out.
couch.
I
Under the
can't figure
cushion.
it out. Little dude.
Welcome to the normal day in Alina work life.
Yep.
Except when drawing, you stand up at the drawing table and then all the birds just sit all over you.
Yep.
They love that because Alina stands in one position for a long time, but is also up high. So it's
Some
like
of the
perfect.
tallest perch in the
Yes.
room.
Yes, human. Stay right there. Don't move.
Mostly they sit on my
And they
shoulders,
try
but
to bite
occasionally
the
they will
paper
run
with
up
the
my
pen.
arm to try and lick the bristles of the pen.
Makes for a very, very good
Yep.
conducive art creation environment. Okay, no, I'm afraid that the reroll was even better. So
Oh.
you will need to
Um,
designate who you get the bonus to on the silvery barbs, but very appropriate attempt, Mr.
Yeah.
Warlock.
Well, I think with my bonus action, I'll just do a distracting intrusion on Zook again. I probably should have done it beforehand, but
I shall roll the saving throw for Zook.
We're just gonna
he
have to
does
banish them
make-
more permanently.
He does make the save, but again,
Ah.
a noble attempt. Next up, it is. This is all still the surprise round. Next is Ugna.
Oh, okay, so we're hiding in a room, but they're up the hallway. Can we see them from where we are, or are they like adjacent to
Yes,
us?
Zook and Zaya basically have just come around the curve of the hallway, so they're
Gotcha.
in line of sight. There are two guards who have dodged through the webbing that are like right in front of you.
Yep.
And then Zook and Zaya up the corridor about
Can I get past them without doing an
60
attack of
feet.
opportunity?
Probably not, because it's only
Okay.
about maybe 15 to 20 feet wide, so you'd be going within their threatened area.
Then I
More or
am
less.
leaping out of hiding and sticking my sword into whatever the guards is nearest.
Okay, well there's two guards quite near at
Mhm.
hand. So you are going to stab one of them.
Yep.
Go for it.
That is a 16.
That will hit.
All right. And I will make a second attack. Oh, that's even better. 'Cause I rolled a
Roll me
16.
your damage first.
Yep.
With normal guards, you theoretically could take one out in one shot.
That's true.
And then you
Well, I rolled a
wouldn't need to
6 on a
waste your-
d6, so it's plus 5. 11.
Sorry, what? Oh, this is your short sword. Yeah.
Short
so
sword.
That's 11 damage. Are you doing any points on it or just straight up maneuvers?
Kind of saving my points for Zook and Zaya, but
That's
yeah,
fine
let's
too.
just fully swing at them.
He is still standing, but he is
Okay.
unhappy about
The
the
second
gash
attack,
in
I
his side.
rolled a 16, and then I get a plus 8, so I'm pretty sure I hit.
Oh yes.
That is a 5 plus 5, which will be 10. Sure, that drops
He
him.
goes down, and you still have your bonus action.
I do. I can grapple this dude.
You can
That'll
take
let other people get past.
Yep. So you're going to
Yep.
grapple his friend.
I'm gonna grapple this one.
His friend. I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, the guy
Okay.
that is still up.
Go for it.
So I only rolled a 6, but I get a plus 11 to athletics.
That'll hit.
All right. Then I grab him under my armpit and squeeze real tight.
You do damage with this, remember? So
I
roll
do.
your 1d4 plus your plus 5.
Yep.
Oh, and you have my silvery barbs.
Oh, nice.
I don't know
For
when that-
advantage. So that's
I guess
9. 9 damage on that. I
pick a
rerolled. I did
roll.
not hit a 20.
Okay. Okay. You're crushing
9
this guy
extra
to your
damage on
side
that
on
dude.
your arm. You put him in a headlock and do 9 damage to him after
Yep.
stabbing his friend to death. Sounds good.
The entire time, though, I'm
next-
not looking at them. I'm just staring at Zook and Zaya.
Next is Tromlin.
So I have a question. If I
You might have an
misty
instant.
step, if I misty step behind the twins, can I sneak attack one of them?
Yes. They're not in range of that, but with your movement they are. So basically you would sort of run towards them, misty step, disappear from their view, but be behind them, and then sneak attack. So yes, indeed.
Lar just posted another one. and
Oh
it's
my
even
god,
better.
Lar!
We have inspired him.
I am going to try
Oh
something
my
contentious.
The blood squirrel.
So cute.
The tail is so
Um,
disturbing. I love it.
You know what? No, I'm going to do something else. I'll do that next round. I'm going
Okay.
to cast my 3rd level spell. My last one. If I can find what I wrote down for a 3rd level spell.
Whatever you wrote down, you also have blink and dispel magic always available. Remember,
Okay, that's fair.
because of your trickster domain.
Hang on. I'm just.
So that I don't have those in addition, though. Those are just choices I have, right?
Yeah, those are just always prepared, so you don't have to decide to prepare them. They're always on your list.
Blink makes it harder to hit me, but only from physical attacks, correct?
I think so. I believe it makes it. I mean, it looks to. I don't think. I think you wouldn't be targetable at all. So basically, at the end of each turn, you roll a d20, and there's a 50-50 chance that you blink into the ethereal plane. And then at the start of your next turn, you blink back again to an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet from your vanishing spot. But you're on the ethereal plane in that case, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that case,
it says you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on the ethereal plane there. So like, you can't even be perceived while you're blinked.
But then I can't also attack while I'm blinking either, can I?
Yes, because on your turn you blink back into reality.
Okay, then I'm gonna do it.
Between your turns, you're basically have a 50-50 chance every round of being ethereal. It lasts for a minute and doesn't require concentration.
All right, I'm casting blink. That because the spell I was going to cast for.
Sweet.
I'm cast blink. That's sorry. Oh.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your d20 for this end of your turn, or like flip a coin. I don't know why they said to roll a d20. It's 11 and up, you blink to ethereal plane. 10 and down, you don't.
Oh, I love that Ollie head tilt. It's so good.
9.
Okay, so for this round, you are physically still here, but the spell continues for a full minute. So every round, there's a 50% chance that you will be immune from targeting effectively.
All right, I'm going to stay hidden where I'm at too. Then, in that case.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't have to break your hiding to cast that on yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to wait because I'm waiting for the twins to get closer.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, or you can kind of move your way toward, like, you every time you blink, you can move 10 feet.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Morgan. End of the surprise round.
How many enemies are there? I'm considering hasting Ugna or storm sphering, depending on location and numer.
So there is a choke point in the doorway. You can hear a fair number of booted feet, so you suspect there are more than the half dozen soldiers that are already coming into the room. Of the half dozen coming in the room, 4 are like caught in the webbing that Fed had made. 1 has been killed by Ugna, and the only other one that's in here is grappled by Ugna. And then there's the Grey Towers at the other end of the room.
Okay.
If you were to put a storm sphere over the doorway, the Grey Towers would be in range for the lightning bolts.
I think that's probably best. Yeah, I'll do that then.
So you're dropping a storm sphere in the doorway, basically, covering the same 20-foot area as the webbing.
Yep. And do I have to careful spell anyone within that? Ugna?
No, because Ugna was fighting the guys who came through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ugna's at the edge of it. If you want to careful spell it so that someone like Ugna can go into it without having to make a saving throw,
I gotta be cheap without my focus item.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna hold on to your points while you don't have your refreshing.
Yeah. So that is I think 17. Let me see for the save.
Yep. And are you going to use your bonus action to throw a lightning bolt out?
Yes, I will.
So that requires you to roll a hit roll.
Okay.
And I assume you're doing that at one of the Grey Towers?
The one with my fucking cup?
Zook.
Damn, that's not very good. That's a 5 on the dice.
That will not hit him. But because you have a plus, you have a lot, but I don't think it's enough. Actually, let me double check that. I could be wrong. You have a plus 9. What did you say you rolled on the die?
I rolled a 5.
That's 14. Hang on a sec.
Enough?
I think that might be enough. It's mage armor.
Oh, right.
But I think that might be 14. Oh no, it's 13 plus dex. It's a plus 2. It's 15. Oh, so close. No, he manages to duck. But I will roll the saving throw for all the soldiers because they have to save versus bludgeoning damage from the storm.
And that's a
And
5 total.
One of them make it on your 2d6.
Yeah, 5
Okay.
total on my 2d6.
So a
And
bunch
I'll
of them
roll
take
a
5
wild
damage.
magic.
Oh, yes. Roll for Wild Magic Surge.
13.
No Wild Magic Surge. That was a d20 roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No Wild Magic Surge this time. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Surprise round over. Back to Fetid.
All right. It is time for some arrows. It is time for some arrows at the cup holder. So, attack number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Will definitely hit. That's a straight 19 plus 8.
Very,
Yeah,
very much
27.
hits.
All right.
I'm assuming that before you shoot, you're going to take a bonus action to spit on your arrows.
Yes, that is exactly what I
Good.
was about to ask.
Yep.
So that adds an extra d6, if I remember correctly.
Yes, so you have an extra d6 damage from
Uh-huh.
the Hunter's Mark, an extra
Yep.
d6 damage from the Gift of the Trash Dragon, which is poison damage specifically.
Mhm.
And then you also have the option of adding a d6 damage once per turn from your Swarm of Bugs.
Yes, I will do that as well. So that's what,
Okay.
46 total then?
Yep, you're shooting a very disgusting arrow
Yeah, this is a bad arrow.
dripping with
wow.
poison and bugs.
I rolled 2 6s and then a 1 and a 2, so that balances out nicely. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 5 is 20 damage.
Nice. Okay, ow. To an already on fire Zoot Greytower. That's 30 damage he's taken already. He ain't happy
Give me my
about that.
cup.
But arrow hits him thunk.
Arrow
You have
number
another
2.
attack.
Is a 1. I would like to spend an inspiration to reroll that if I can.
I think that's a good idea. I will remind the audience that we're at 65% of the way to another inspiration for everybody. If anybody wants to cheer,
All right.
cheer on
So
our heroes.
second one is a 25.
Oof.
That'll hit.
All right.
That'll very much hit.
2 and 6 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. Plus 5 is 16 damage on that one.
Woof. He's bloodied.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice. Okay. All right. Sorry, just looking something up because next up is the Grey Towers. And they are very displeased about this situation.
Did we
'cause it
roll
sucks
over off
for
the
them.
surprise round?
Sorry?
Did we roll over off the surprise round? Are they top of the?
We are no
the next?
longer. Yeah, we're back at the
Cool.
top.
Cool.
Fetid was first. That's where we are.
Gotcha. I forgot where everyone was.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna haste Oog now. So you can take 8 attacks every round. What if you rank
Jesus.
like with your bonuses? You do like 4, right? So
Yeah.
you get another action that'll be an attack.
Damn.
Okay. The Greytower Twins are going to vanish.
That's what I was worried
They
about.
both disappear.
Is it a spell?
It is some sort of a spell.
Can I silvery barbs it?
No, because it's not a saving throw.
Oh, it's not an attack spell.
Just a
No,
spell.
a counter spell could be made, but there is if someone has counter spell.
I'm out of spell slots.
After a long rest, even?
Yeah, I get 2 per combat as a warlock, and I used 1 way ahead of time on the Hellhound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't had a
Refractory
short
period
rest.
for warlocks, they blow their load very quickly, but the refractory period is really quick.
You do have another option, though. Remember, you can recover 1 spell slot per long rest.
Yeah, that's my next action as a plan. That's my next turn basically.
Yeah.
But I can't do that before. Like I can't react without having already gotten the spell slot back.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, because it does take an action to do it.
Yeah. That's my next
Attack
turn.
roll. Ability check.
All right, so one of them has cast that spell. The other one is going to... Should I cast that one? What makes the most sense here?
I posted a screenshot of my new character sheet
Ooh.
layout thing. I'm copying
In
and
general?
pasting my spells. Yeah. In the Trash Heroes general. I'm copying
Yeah,
and pasting the
just
actual spell
go-
card. And then with
Nice.
a little description of my turn.
I would like everyone to make me a... actually, will it at everyone?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so this will reach everyone. Everybody make me a saving throw. It is a dexterity save.
Oh no,
Oh boy.
we don't
Good
like
for
that.
me.
do we?
8.
I'm gonna pull out my metal die and hope it gets me a lucky roll.
18 for me.
18 will do it. 8 will
18,
not.
I
18
guess
on the
not.
dice for me.
19 will do it.
Plus 4, so that'd be
Yep, you're good.
22.
19 for me as well.
That'll do it. And Copernicus?
Thank you,
19.
Kaitao.
19 on the die.
Oh, also a 19. That's some
Damn.
really good saving
I'm gonna
throws.
also showcase my very pretty metal die with the mana
Ooh.
ore veins.
So the
Oh, I love
only
that one.
fail was
Cool
Ugna.
as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only pull this out
fail was
for
Ugna.
the rolls when I need it.
Thank you for the cheers and
Yeah.
the biddies.
Yeah.
don't have enough D6s.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
I think there's a rule. D&D. There's a rule that says that you can't roll more dice to hurt your players than you have. So
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
yeah.
You wish that was true because I can't believe what I just rolled. Okay, so I'm rolling 9d6.
I'm really thinking
rolled the
about my
first-
inspiration here.
I rolled the first 3d6 and they were all 6s.
That's not
I
good.
rolled the second 3d6 because 3 is all I got. And it was all 6s.
No.
I
I,
don't think that
Can I
Can I spin
is
some
unprecedented
inspiration?
for me.
Can
My
I
first
just spin
roll
some
was 5
inspiration?
to 1, so that's not as good. But
I'm
unbelievable.
considering hearing
Crazy.
that amount of dice.
I'm taking half.
Yep. No, you're not because you
No.
failed the
No,
saving throw.
no.
Unless
Can,
you
can
want.
I can I spend an inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I'm
Hey, that's
considering.
better.
I'm
15
considering
plus 2
black.
is 17.
I'm considering black tokening this.
Mm.
Well, wait until I give you the number. So you sorry, what did
Yeah.
you re-roll, Alina?
17.
Okay, that'll make it.
Okay. Whew.
All right. So everyone made their saving throw, so we're only going to take 22 points of fire damage instead of 44.
Cool.
That's-
cool.
I might hit
I didn't roll for Ollie because he's completely immune to fire, so
Well,
he
that's
just
true.
doesn't take any damage.
I would have still been up if I took full damage, but I would not have been happy about it.
The guy you were holding, your grappling Ugna, has been completely cooked.
Dead. Yeah.
Now here's a
Drop
question.
that.
I have a question.
Yep.
So I assume you saw where the fireball came from at least.
No, the fireball blossoms from the point of cast of where it was centered. So like
Okay.
roughly the middle of the room. Like nowhere near where the Grey Towers were when they disappeared. and it just blossoms into existence and like washes across the room this massive wall of fire. And yeah, it hurts, and everyone hates it, and it's not great. It's not a good time.
I am opposed to this.
Yeah, I too am opposed to this.
That is the Greytowers, and next up is Ollie,
Come on, Ollie.
who is looking around and sniffing, trying to find his opponents. Would you like to roll me a perception check with advantage, because he gets advantage on smell, Jeff?
Yes.
And it specifically says under greater invisibility that it doesn't affect other
Senses.
senses.
All right. His high roll was an 18.
So he, yeah, so he has a pretty good idea where they are. And actually, I forgot to roll to see if he still has his fire breath as an option. Let me roll it. On a 5 or a 6, he can do it again. No, boo. Okay, so he won't do that. Instead, he is going to launch himself into attempted melee with his invisible opponents. So make me an attack roll with disadvantage, please. He has a +5 to hit. Armor class 15, so he needs to break 10 on both dice.
He does not do so.
Okay, so he snaps at the air. He lunges over to where they were and starts snapping at the air, but he doesn't manage to catch either of them. And that does mean that you and he are now out of the area of where the last fireball was. You're a fair ways from your friends, because you're actually directly right up to where those guys were.
Okay.
Next up is Copernicus.
So I can see where I can guess the square where one of them is invisibly because of Ollie wrestling with the air, kind of, right?
Yeah, where he's snapping at. Yeah, you
Yeah.
sort of, you would, if you had like an area effect spell, you could be like, yeah, this is a good place to attempt such a thing.
Well, what I'm thinking is, because you can attack an invisible target that if you know
With
roughly where they
disadvantage.
are with disadvantage. So I was thinking about doing a distracting intrusion, because that's a bonus action. That's basically I get that
No,
for free.
you have to, that can only be done on an opponent you can see. So no.
What about hemorrhage? Because my hope was that I could bleed one of them out enough to leave a trail.
Also has to be a target you can see.
Okay, I think
Many
for
spells have to be cast on a target you can see.
and that's probably gonna include my cantrips too, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the spell.
Okay. I think for now I'm gonna just reload. Like I think Perny's literally gonna like lift his Rod of the Packkeeper like it's a shotgun and go like and get a spell slot.
Nice.
And that'll be. I guess I'll distracting intrusion any target that I can see that is around. So I don't know who's up. It's an enemy, but I'll distracting intrusion them.
Chill touch does not say a target you can see.
So I can stun one of them, but
So you can attempt to hit the. It just again, it would be attacking with disadvantage.
And we still wouldn't see them if I hit them.
Correct.
I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna reload my spell shotgun. Yeah, and but if there is anyone that I can like any targets that I can see, just that are like mooks running around.
You can target one of the
Yeah.
guards that are caught in the webs.
Yeah, I'll distracting intrusion one of them.
Okay. He fails his saving throw.
Oh,
His
good.
mind is full of horrible sounds. He doesn't like it at all.
I think
He's
all
caught
of
in
the
the web.
distracting intrusions that I'm projecting are just like Zook and Zaya, not edited. They're just already disturbing and weird enough.
I was gonna say he's disturbed, he's distracted. It's just an amplified recording of the sounds of Purdy
when they were
cleaning out his
howling earlier.
ears.
Yeah.
Purdy cleaning out his ears, but like by a sensitive microphone.
Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
Just
Man ASMR.
bad, wrong
Yeah.
ASMR.
Yeah, Abyssal ASMR.
Ugh.
Okay, the soldiers are next. They begin trying to break free from webs because that's all they can do. Fail, and I can't read that one. So reroll it because I picked it up already.
By the fireball?
Succeed. One of them breaks free. The
Were they
soldiers
not-
that were in the webs were not in the fireball. The soldiers
Okay.
that had gotten through the webs were, but one of them
Gotcha.
was
Am
already
I
dead.
hearing re-rolling damage per round? For them
So I
being
haven't
in my
got there yet.
storm? Okay.
I'm just rolling for them to try and get out of the webs first. But if you would like, please feel free to go ahead and roll your storm sphere damage.
And may I just actually move away from the group a little bit so that we're spread out for area of effect damage?
Yep.
That's uncoming. It's a thing right now.
One of them saved versus the damage of the storm sphere. It's also the one who broke free from the web, so he is now clambering out towards Ugna with some difficulty. How much damage did you roll in storm sphere?
10.
Okay, so that is now 15 damage that the other ones have all taken because they took 5 last time. They're not looking great. They're already looking pretty bad in these
They have
webs
a lot of hit points.
just from the environment. They got 20. It's not that bad, but like they were taking 15. Meanwhile, behind them, you hear like hacking noises as a bunch of other soldiers are trying to chop their way through the webs with their swords. But they are, of course, also starting to hesitate because of the storm. And that's it for them. The soldiers are quite bottled up here and struggling to do anything about you guys. So that's it for the soldiers. Tromlin's next. One soldier has come through. Actually, sorry, the one soldier who's come through. No, he had to spend his action breaking free. So there's one soldier that has come through and is now a threat. And there's the invisible Grey Towers.
All right, so I see where the dog, where the hellhound's at, though, right? Where he's biting at.
Yep.
So I know generally where they're at.
Correct.
All right, I would like to Misty Step behind that, like generally right where they might be.
Right where their backs were turned previously. Yep.
Yes. And I want to do a sneak attack. But I am going to try to do a sneak attack ram.
Ooh.
Ooh. Interesting.
Is that my normal attack bonus?
Yeah, it basically is an unarmed attack.
You just
So you're
headbutt
rolling
them
with
in the
disadvantage
kidneys.
because they're invisible.
Yeah.
But give it a
That's
shot
fine.
and see what happens.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right? It's better than nothing. Oh, fuck that disadvantage.
Yep.
Otherwise, it would have been natural 20.
Oh.
Rough.
However, the low one is a 19.
I mean, that'll do.
Damn.
Hey.
That'll do.
19 will do it.
So that's
I was gonna
2d6
say-
of damage.
Sorry?
But that becomes 2d6 damage because I have 1d6 for my ram and then 1d6 for special for sneak attack.
Is your sneak attack only 1d6?
I'm only a third level rank.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I thought it was 2d6 at third level. Let me double check.
Double check, maybe.
Rogue class. Yeah, it's 2d6 for your sneak
Okay,
attack.
then I get to roll 3d6 to attack. For damage, I mean.
Correct. 3d6 plus your strength bonus, but I don't think you have one.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
You're silly.
Let's check
But that's 15 points of damage to one of them.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you slam into one of these. You feel you hit something. You're not even sure which one, but you definitely clubbed into something when you chart. So you basically Tromlin steps out of hiding, disappears because you have to move towards them to be close enough. Misty steps behind them, and then put your head down and ram into something, and you definitely connected because something goes stumbling forward, and you hear a. Ugh!
I'm sad we didn't hear a cup drop. That's what
Morgan.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta do roll to see if I blink.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Roll your 50-50 chance of blinking.
God, I rolled another natural 20.
Oh my god.
That is a wasted natural 20 because anything over 11 or above. So you do that and then you disappear. You step into the ethereal plane and vanish from sight.
There you go.
Morgan is going to jump to where Tromlin was.
Okay.
And then Morgan is going to Thunderstep.
I will point out that will hit Fetid and
shit.
Ollie because they're in hand-to-hand combat.
Ooh, right.
I will careful spell it.
You can do that.
But it's still going to be half damage. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
It's the only way of getting people that I can't see.
And you're careful spelling both Fetid and Ollie?
Yeah, so that is 2. Is it 1 per 1 point for up to 2, right?
Correct.
Okay.
1 point for, I can't remember if it's up, it's at least 2. So
yeah. All right. Okay. So that is versus 17, and that's 3d10.
yeah, it's up to your charisma modifier number of creatures. Okay, so Thunderstep. I'm just going to double check what the saving throw is because I forget what kind of save they got to make. It is a Constitution save.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get a Constitution save from Fetid?
Oh no, they're careful so that it's auto.
Oh yeah, sorry. You automatically make your save. That's all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just don't even have to roll.
It's still going to be half.
All right.
You take half damage. So what's your 3d10 damage?
It's a 3 and a 3 and a 4.
So that is 10 damage. You are casting it at normal level, right? Third level. Because you could cast
I can do it higher
for an extra d10.
I won't do the extra d10 because I want to keep my spell slot.
Your spell slot. Yep. Okay.
Actually, I don't. Do I have 2 4th level spell slots?
You do. One? You've used one though. Because you cast the Storm Sphere.
Yeah, it's still important to have. Okay.
Okay. So that's 10 damage to, or 5 with a made save. So Fetid and Ollie take 5 damage each. But whoever else is in the area is going to take damage based on their saving throws. And it's a Constitution saving throw. They do not have great Constitution. Okay. Youch. Not looking good, these two.
Good.
Next up is back to the top of the round with Fetid. You're in hand-to-hand combat, but that doesn't matter for you when you are doing unarmed. Or not only that, but because you are in hand-to-hand combat with your buddy, you get pack tactics.
Yeah.
So you get disadvantage for shooting an invisible target, countered by advantage for having a friend in melee.
It is time for more.
Just make a straight up roll.
First one does an 18 hit.
It does.
Yes. So I'm down to 3d6 now, correct?
Nope, because you can do the extra d6.
It's a new round. Okay.
Every round, yeah.
Okay. 5 and 6.
You can do the full 46 damage.
8 is 19 plus 5 is 24 damage for that first arrow.
Woohoo! I'm going to randomize which of the two of them you're shooting because you can't really see them. 24?
Yep.
Jeez.
I rolled very high.
Nice. And your second shot?
Second shot.
Sorry, I missed. I got distracted.
What's up?
I actually had to teleport away, and I could take somebody with me. Could I take Fetid with me?
No, I'm happy where I am.
Oh, okay.
Fetid is Fetid's like on the back of the Hellhound.
Oh, okay.
Like shooting arrows into these guys.
Okay, yeah, I just go back to the farthest I can be away from other people, basically.
You can be fairly far away from them, like further than you were, But I don't know how far you want to be away because you want to still be able to use your stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you
Can
might
I
wanna
be on
pick
on top of a
number.
bookcase near Ugna or something?
Sure,
Cool.
works for me.
I must assert
Okay.
dominance by being the highest in the room.
Okay.
All right. Second arrow will also hit. I rolled the same.
I was gonna say it's the same target because it makes
Jesus
sense.
Christ.
Same makes sense. What's the
And that's
damage?
another 21 damage.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling
Buh.
really well today.
Oh, I just realized. I'm just gonna subtract some damage because you don't know whether you're hitting your marked target. So your hunter's
right.
mark may or may
Good
not
point.
Yeah.
affect
That's a good point.
because they're invisible. So I'm just gonna I randomized who you hit, and I'm gonna roll d6s accordingly rather than ask you what you rolled for that. Just so we know. Okay. All right. This is not good for them. It's their turn. They are doing very poorly. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I think it's very cinematic. Would you be willing to spend a hero point for something very cool?
Yes.
In that case, Alina, go ahead and mark off Fetid's hero point. I
Yeah.
am going to change which one I randomly said you were hitting. And I'm going to concentrate all your damage on your hunter's marked Zook Greytower. Because if I do that,
He down.
you just freaking assassinated him.
Ooh.
So Ollie is throwing some more fire around generally, and you manage to kind of pick out the outline within the flames of what he is hitting, and you, quick as lightning, sink 2 arrows in rapid succession into the body of your marked target, Zoot Greytower, and he appears visibly crumpling to the ground, the cup falling from his grasp. And because you spent a hero point, I'm going to allow you to time that with Morgan's Thunderstep. And Morgan, if you would like to teleport a target away with you, it could be your cup.
Cool.
I assume you would like to do that?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. And thank you for the cheering. I just noticed that we have rolled over. I didn't even notice before.
Yes. You
My
got your
baby
cup
is
back.
My baby is back.
There is a horrendous shriek from nowhere of anger and fear from Zaya Greytower, whose brother lies dead before her. And on her turn, she is going to actually... I guess he's not definitely dead.
He's just down.
He's down. He's not necessarily dead. I'm just double checking how the spell works because she wants to dimension door.
Ooh.
Now, do I get an attack opportunity on her if she does that?
No, because you don't come back to this plane of existence until the beginning of your next turn.
Shit.
Um,
Does the dog?
yes, as would Fetid. But I'm just double checking. And in fact, it might not be because it's...
Perny, do you have your spell slot back?
It's a teleportation. So no,
Because
there is
that's
no
a
attack of
counterspell
opportunity.
time.
Yeah,
If there's
I think
ever
I
a
will,
counterspell time.
I've got my reaction, so I will do that.
You want to try and counterspell?
Yeah, and I'll spend
Counterspell.
10 hit points to goose it a level.
Hang on. Where's my counterspell pin? This says, nope, absolutely not.
All right, so
Okay, you got to roll for it.
So is it higher than 5th? Is it 5th level or lower? The teleport.
Hang on a second. So you're casting this as a 4th level spell.
As a 5th level spell, I'm spending 10 hit points to goose it.
Oh, okay. I don't think that helps. Hang on.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I see. The higher levels, when you cast a spell using spell slot of 4th level higher, the interrupt spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to the... So, no, then it automatically succeeds. It's a 4th level spell.
Okay. I overkilled, but I'm happy to spend the hit points on it. Just checking my hit points.
So she attempts to cast a Dimension Door, and you counterspell it, and use your last spell slot to shut that shit down. She does not, in fact, counterspell.
Just double checking. She's visible when. Is she visible when that happens?
Oh,
do you have to
you're
see it?
right. You
Damn.
can't see her. She is not visible when she casts this spell. You cannot counterspell this.
Wait.
Damn.
Target a creature in the process of casting a spell, which does not say you have to see them.
Yes.
Interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
Casting time, 1 reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet of you casting a spell.
Boo.
And just so double checking, so all of the damage was done to Zook. He was not the one casting greater invisibility because it's concentration, and she took no damage. Does not have to make any concentration checks.
Correct. She did take a bunch of damage, and she did make concentration checks already.
Okay.
Because a bunch of the damage people have been doing here were spread between them.
Okay.
In fact, it was her that got rammed by
right.
Tromlin. But so far, she has made her concentration checks.
I'm going to refund my blood magic hit points since I never actually cast the counterspell.
Yeah, you can't actually do the counterspell.
But okay, that's I worked for the opposition in this court case here, but justice was done.
Yeah. So unfortunately, so you hear the howl of dismay as Fetid drops Zook Greytower. And then Zaya Greytower is going to cast Dimension Door and take her fallen brother with her, and they disappear. Well, she's already
some kind
invisible,
of raven spirit in that body.
Again. However, Morgan did get the cup back before that happened.
Good.
And even if not, he couldn't. Like, he's unconscious. He can't.
I can't silvery barbs the Dimension Door. Nope.
No, because it's not. Again, there's no saving
attack.
Throw
Has
or
to be an attack.
Yeah.
Counterspell would be the thing to do, but because she's casting it while under greater invisibility, you cannot.
Yeah. Although casting, because you have to do damage. You can cast spells, but you have to do damage to become visible.
Greater invisibility, you can do damage and stay invisible. Like, that's the whole point of it.
Some high level casters.
Yeah, great.
Working
greater
hard
invisibility.
for the money.
Okay, so
greater
so
invisibility.
Breaking concentration is the only way to get it. Okay.
Correct.
Damn.
But that's why it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which she did so that you guys would have disadvantage to attack them because it's and also not be able to target them easily with spells.
Mm-hmm.
That's the smart thing to do. They did not get a chance to cast their spell that made them resistant to damage. Otherwise, they might have hung around a little longer. But they were fucked up.
Yeah, friggin' Fetid with the just.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you gave him another creature with pack tactics to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Attack with.
That helps.
Let's have advantage on all my rolls. Okay, so
we have.
They're gone. They vanish. And you have guards still sort of like struggling with like the doorway, but like between the webbing and the storm, they're not really coming through. One guard got through, and like Ugna sort of like casually stabs him without looking while you're still like watching all this other stuff unfold. It's really confusing to Ugna in particular because basically, let me like break down what happened in like a few seconds where this combat occurred. The two of them were there. The Hellhound with Fetid on his back rode up and blasted them with fire, and Fetid put some arrows in people, and then they vanished. And then Tromlin came out of hiding and appeared, and then disappeared and appeared behind them and rammed into one of them and then disappeared again. While Morgan jumped over and floated through there and landed there and then disappeared and then ended up in the other room. And like, just there's a lot of people appearing and disappearing, and then Fetid shot arrows at nothing, and then one of them appeared, and then there was a scream from something invisible, and then they disappeared again. So basically, from Una's perspective, there was a whole lot of stuff happening to nothing, but then there were people appearing and disappearing randomly.
I'm just like, that is a problem that's going on over there. I'm going to deal with these guards, and I'm just going to mop up the guards that are stuck in the webs.
And there was a ball of fire also in the middle of that.
Yep.
Very, very
Drop
strange.
the guy that got cooked in my arms and just start stabbing.
Okay. Well, there are more guards collecting on the other side of this. You can hear shouts. You can hear some of them shouting, come around, go around to the other side. I'm wondering how long you want to stay here.
I think we want to keep following the shadow. Maybe I can cast invisibility on a bunch of us so that we can just be on our merry.
Maybe.
I want to ransack this fucking room.
This isn't even a room; it's a corridor.
Yeah.
God, where were like they were just like looking out some fucking window. I
We
want
used to
to
dream
ransack.
of living in corridor. Would have been a palace to us.
I want to loot. I want to thief. That's exactly what Morgan is saying in character. These bitches took from me. I want to steal from them. And she'll just like look further down the corridor for more rooms. Like getting them down was not enough.
The corridor curves away, so you can go down the corridor and see what's further down. The doors along this corridor seem to all be like little garrison cells, like little rooms with some bunk beds, where the soldiers sleep. But further down around the corner, and in fact, you're in a very good position. You're further down than just about anybody because you thunderstepped. You thunderstepped back to where Ugna was. But anyway, it's not a big deal for you guys to carry on. And in fact, Ollie is sort of like tugging and frankly, he's not really a mount, so he's probably just going. And Fetid's just going along for the ride. Because he's like, the scent is this way.
Is there anything in the hallway that could serve as like a makeshift barrier? Like a cabinet that I can just tip over? Or a door?
Yeah, there's some sort of plain furniture.
Mugna's actually
benches.
Mugna.
Morgan Ugna, that's the ship.
That's
right?
the pairing.
Mugna is the ship.
Mugna will approach the door and cast thaumaturgy on herself, and she's going to intimidate the guards and shit talk the twins. That's a 12 on the dice. Let's see. Whoops.
You have an intimidation
of +5, and whatever the thaumaturgy will give me.
It'll make you particularly loud. You're 17.
Yeah. Your creepy matching bitches have fled. Just go have a fucking nap and a pint and leave us alone.
What a weird non-threat threat.
Yep.
You're creepy
so
bitches.
Go have a pint.
Ugna, do you want to throw anything on that? This is kind of your wheelhouse.
I'm gonna. She's like standing there yelling.
Refer to us correctly, thank you.
So it's Morgan in the middle, like in front of Ugna, doing this like "fuck you, go have a pint," and then behind her, Ugna is just looming with like a sword that has just freshly been pulled out of another guard.
I've pasted the exact TikTok that I refer to every game.
Good.
That is what this looks like.
Amazing.
Ugna, go roll me a
roll. I will spend one of my superiority points on this because this is a thing that I'm very good at.
Add the extra D8 to your roll.
Mm-hmm.
So your intimidation roll here will be
this is my commanding presence
plus a D8.
Yep.
Morgan, say hi, buddy.
16. I rolled a 16, and I get another 5 on top of that, on top of my
that's a
8
29.
intimidation.
That's a 29 intimidation roll. So
Yep.
Morgan does this like, yeah, you bitches, meh, get out of here. And then Ugna like looms up behind with like blazing yellow eyes and blood dripping off your face. And
I lock eyes with them and I do this. Like, you're next.
Whichever target you do that to, you have, because of your menacing, they become frightened of you and flee.
Mm-hmm.
And so like there's like a whole bunch of them are kind of like now running the other way. Like obviously you pick one and it starts running away from you. The ones around it are going to be like, what? Well, what are we doing? We're running now?
Yeah, okay, bye.
So like you cast thaumaturgy on yourself to make you loud, and then Ugna sounds even more menacing because your normal voice sounds like a whisper now. As you go, get out.
Yeah.
Like Ugna, could you throw this bookcase down that stairway?
You don't even have to. You barely get half of that sentence out, and it's just down the hallway.
So meanwhile, Ollie is kind of like pausing because there are 2 scents now in 2 directions because the cup is over there, but the shadow went this way. And so Ollie like does a little bit of a little whine at Fetid. He's like, which way?
Can I pull some meat out of my pack and give it to Ollie?
He's
Kurt, you sure can.
Hey boy, here's some meat. Here's some bloody meat.
Morgan's just going to be looking for things to steal.
The scent is still out there somewhere.
Since you're all not going after the shadow scent, he'll kind of pause and like, with the taste of meat you've given him, he like rips one of the legs off of the fallen guard and just starts gnawing on this human leg.
Okay, hey, that gives me an idea. So they're all the guards on the other side of a door, correct?
No, it's an open doorway full of web spell and storm sphere, and they're on the other side of that.
Okay, I look through the web and storm sphere and point to what Ollie's doing. Like, that's what's waiting.
Well, yeah, they're all quite intimidated at this point and falling back. You don't get the impression that they're just like fleeing disorderly, though. You get the impression that they're falling back to the main hall where most of them are. Like, where there's, yeah.
Guys, what we're gonna do? We really need to get rid of the twins, like badly.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. Like either they're somewhere in this building or they're somewhere far away. But
can the dog find them?
Anyone have Dimension Door?
I do, but I need to know where to go.
But you know how it works. I know a thing about this spell. They are near-ish.
Like 500
you know
meters.
that they have to be within 500 feet.
So let's keep going.
That's not that far.
Okay. Morgan's gonna take off.
Like, there's a risk here, y'all, but like, if we don't take care of them now, they're going to regroup and get back up.
No, absolutely. You got to find them.
Or worse yet, the lady's going to be in more trouble. So this is it. We got to get rid of them.
Okay.
Fetid, can you find them?
Oh, I can try.
Well, you still got this.
Hellhound.
The Hellhound is still sort of like Ollie's really anxious to follow the scent of the shadow that you were already following from before.
Well, let's give it a shot.
And logically, the shadow you were following the shadow before that was carrying the cup, and that cup ended up in the hands of the Greytowers. So at some point, those have to intersect. Okay, so you all go charging off, following Ollie back down the corridor. So this corridor curves around the tower, and you go following along it, and you discover that at the halfway point, before it gets to the other side of the tower, there is a big stone staircase going up. And at the time that you reach that, you also see soldiers moving cautiously in formation towards you from the other end of the corridor. They all have shields and crossbowmen making a formation so that the shields provide cover to the crossbowmen to begin firing at you. I assume you'd rather go up the stairs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a handful of crossbow bolts that come your way.
I'm going to use intercept on anyone that gets tagged.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to roll for who may be catching a crossbolt. Who is going to be the most visible targets here? I think Ugna is going to be 2.
Yep.
Ollie is going to be 2. Fetid is 1. Copernicus is 1. Tromlin and I'm assuming. Actually, you know what? Tell me what your party order is. Obviously, you're following the Hellhound, so
yeah, so probably me in the front.
And I'm right behind you because I figured there'll be guards to bowl through.
Mm-hmm.
So what's everybody else doing? I guess is the main question.
I'll probably follow near the back. I can hit 5 people with invisibility if I lose 10 plus 1d8 hit points. So, but that's still not enough to get all of our tag-alongs. But if at some point we need invisibility, let me know. Otherwise, I'm at the back.
Okay. Before we go, who's hurt the most?
I'm down 27 hit points.
I'm down. Well, I'm almost I'm less than half the normal.
Yeah, because I was going to say a bunch of you took 22 from the fireball, but that
I think all of us.
For some people, that's a bigger deal.
Yeah, that's not. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
All right. Let's see. How many hit points do you have total right now?
I'm doing pretty good. I got 66 when I had full, so losing 27 is not the worst.
Oh, see, I'm down to 16 total. So
yeah,
you should probably heal yourself.
Okay,
for sure, you're the lowest in the party.
Cleric, heal thyself.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2d6 plus something.
Plus 4.
Roll 2d6.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, I heal myself up. Not all the way, but decent amount.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, a crossbow hits Ugna. 3 or 4, it hits Ollie. A 5, it hits Fetid, and on a 6, I'll randomize it between Copernicus and the 2 satyrs because you're all in the back.
And priority for intercept goes to Perny and Tromlin and Morgan.
Okay. Will you use it for Fetid or Ollie as well?
For Fetid? I'm not sure about Ollie. I guess he's a good boy. Yeah.
He is a good boy.
He is a good boy.
So in that case, I've rolled. It's not Ugna, therefore you're going to use your intercept to take damage.
Absolutely. Yep.
So roll how much of that damage you're taking, because I believe it's a dice-based, right?
It's 1d10 plus 3.
Yeah.
Well, that is an 8. So that's 11 damage I can suck up.
Okay, well then you take all 8 damage.
I will do that.
And that was the first crossbow bolts. The second one was at you anyway.
Perfect.
And it does 9 damage.
Perfect. Still good.
So you
is this the interception fighting style?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it actually you don't take the damage. No one does. I think it actually.
That's right.
I think you're right.
Reduces the damage. Yeah. I get my buckler in the way, and it just
reduces damage. Yeah.
So I only take the
you take 9. And you swat one of the bolts out of the air with your shield.
Yeah.
And no one takes it. This gets you to the mouth of the stairwell. Copernicus goes alakazam, and everyone's invisible, and you go charging up the stairs, and the soldiers have no idea where you went because you disappeared. So go ahead and take your blood damage, Copernicus, for casting that. And that will remove you from combat time as you go, leaving them a little confused because you're gone. And as you run up the stairs. In fact, if somebody wants to throw an illusion down there, you could even distract them further.
I probably can.
Just Well, if you just want them to think that you went back the other way instead of up the stairs, for example. Like it would, yeah, a minor illusion would be good enough for that, because it would just be the visuals of like your back ends as you go back out of sight around the corner, and
they're like, "Where'd they go? Oh, they're there."
Instead of up the stairwell.
All right, and use a minor illusion.
Okay, so you guys head up the stairs, and you find that these stairs, just like that tower. Remember when you had unconscious Nightshade and you went back down with Ugna in dragon form? You landed on one of these towers. So this stairwell is exactly the same layout as that tower. As you go up the stairs towards the upper levels where you were at that, you find yourself at a big landing with the side door, which is the door that you guys went through to step into the Feywild before. And this landing is like the top multiple floors. Basically, the main floor has a big hall that's effectively 2 stories tall, and then the second floor has a big hall with a landing that's effectively 2 stories tall. The next floor up, if you went up the stairs, would be the roof of the tower. So this floor, you find yourselves with the stairs leading up, but you also find the side door into this big chamber, much like the other tower, where when you went through that door, it was a step into the Feywild, but that was clearly not reality. Here, the scent that Ollie and Fetid are following goes through that door. When you throw the door open and look inside, you find what is clearly meant to be some kind of like a defensive room that has some ballista slits around the outside, but in the inner parts of the room, it has like a sort of a seating area that can be used to just like sit and do planning and other sorts of military activities. But that area has been repurposed, and instead of having like trestle tables and sitting area, there is instead a ring of statues. There are 4 statues, and all 4 statues are turned face inwards. Weirdly, so like one of them has its back to you, and one of them's facing you, and the others are facing in, and all of them are facing this little plinth with a stone at the top of the plinth that's floating in the air, and it is a stone that looks like a huge kind of smooth, round-edged rose quartz, and it's slowly rotating in the air in the center of this space, and Copernicus and Morgan, and I think also Tromlin, will all have your memories twigged by this setup, because some time ago, actually, and Fetid, everyone but Ugna is going to remember something
That's fair.
from this. Fetid, you remember being told about statues being smuggled into the city by your Quaggle buddies. Tromlin and Morgan, you remember the Princess Shurindlia. I can never say that. I wish I had not stolen that name from Willow. But Shurlindria. The Princess Shurlindria, who told you in the Feywilds about a magical ritual that was being performed here to tap into Nightshade's power, or the power of this place. And Copernicus, you remember your vision of the ritual and the different points around the city that were being used to create the power source for the big ritual that the dark wizard Graculus perpetrated in the wilds near the city. And at this point, a couple of other things are going to happen. One of them is that there is a distant horn sound echoing over the hills that you can hear through the ballista slits in this tower. And Morgan, you know that sound. That is a horn call that you haven't heard in quite a few years. Since you left home, in fact. I just realized that I'm not sure if Raven is present.
Is around, yeah. Is
Did you
this
step
some
away
wild
from the...
hunt? Yeah, Morgan is, or Raven is not here right now.
Okay, that's all good.
They may or may not be RB.
I will remind them of that when the time comes. It doesn't mean anything to the rest of you other than that there's a horn in the distance. But the other things that happen is that the hackles on Ollie's neck all raise, and he growls deeply as the faces of the two statues that are not facing you turn towards you.
Cool.
And then finally, the fourth statue with its back to you turns its head and looks over its shoulder at you.
Does it turn it a normal amount or all the way around?
A relatively normal amount. Its body seems to be flexible despite the fact that it's a statue. And you realize that you have stumbled on one of the sources of the magic ritual. The last thing that you notice, and I'm going to throw this one to Tromlin because he has the amazing, the highest perception, is across this room. There is a door, just like in the room that you guys were in that was actually the Feywilds. There's a door that leads to a small antechamber. You see that door slamming closed just as you come through into this room, and a sweep of gray cloak
Those fuckers.
as the door slams shut, and you realize that you are just behind. This is the room that they dimension doored to.
All right, I point that to the party. Real quick question though. Do I think we could, if that, say, Fetid were to shoot that gem, it would dislodge?
Trick shot, trick shot,
It's
shot.
floating in the air. It's not attached to anything, but like it seems like fucking with that gem might be a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand that it's floating in the air, but I just don't think it's a great idea to go up and grab it.
Yeah, last time Fetid did that, he got the
Yeah,
things
happened.
Yeah, lost a hand.
You involuntarily look at your hand and you're like,
I can try and chill touch it. I can try and get it with the rod, like chill touch it. And...
Actually, wait, hold on. I'm going to try something. Guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Just straight up shoot a guiding bolt at it. Go ahead and make me your hit roll.
Just as a heads up, you'll lose invisibility just as a heads up for you.
Well, I mean, I blink is over done. It's over a minute.
It's probably worth the risk. Just remind you.
Well, I mean, I've lost it by now. It's been over a minute.
Oh, yeah.
No, the invisibility spell that Copernicus is concentrating on.
Oh, sorry, but it's...
Yeah, no, I think it's worth it. I just wanted to give it the reminder as well.
Well, that was not wasted.
20?
You got
20?
20, yeah.
Nice.
A critical guide, which means that if it bounces back, fucked.
Yeah, no reflect enchantments, please.
It does not bounce back, but you see the magic of the guiding bolt strike this massive stone and like absorb the energy. Just like gets sucked into it like it's like a black hole. There's no sign of the guiding bolt. It just disappears into the depths of this stone.
Let's Arcana that. Can I get some help?
It seems like an Arcana might be relevant.
I'm going to solicit help from Morgan and Tromlin.
Yeah, I think if Morgan was around, they would definitely help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although Tromlin's here, so...
An advantage.
Morgan actually has the skill, though.
Yeah.
So that's a 20.
Yeah.
Plus a D4 for guidance.
That includes the D4 for guidance.
Oh, that's the D4. Cool.
This stone is clearly absorbing the magic of this place. So you now have been around Ravenfall long enough. And I mean, you'd been here before, but now you've been down into like the Underdark beneath the city. This is like an important place to the Fae. This is like a waypoint. There's a reason that Nightshade has built her Citadel here, or whoever built the Citadel before Nightshade even. This is a place of some importance. Nightshade, of course, tapped into that magic, as you had been told before, in the tower, in the Citadel itself. And you know that these stones had been set up in order to sap Nightshade's power. You believe that what's happening right now is that this is taking energy and channeling it into the magical ritual that Graculus and Eliphas Darkmoor have engineered. And so any magical energy contacting the stone is just going to be pouring into that.
Can it be smashed with a hammer?
I mean, you could try and see. It seems like the sort of thing that you might just do.
Yep. You want to roll for that?
Yeah, make a roll. Roll a d20.
16 plus 8.
Okay, what's your armor class?
It is 17. That sounds like some damage coming my way. That's fine.
No, it's just a question of which of them succeed and which of them fail. So, Ugna appears out of nowhere because of the invisibility. It is broken in amazing leap mode as you like jump up and we all go slow-mo time with the giant two-handed hammer over your head, and you bring the hammer down directly over the stone, and then the 4 statues leave their plinths and tackle you.
Yep.
And you are grappled in midair before you bring the hammer down on the stone, and are borne back as we enter combat with these living statues. And that is a place where I am going to leave the game and begin next time in the midst of the attempt to undo this ritual.
You know what also smashes really nicely? Living stone.
Stone statues. You got a hammer.
Yep. Listen, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
When you got a hammer, everything looks like a magic stone that needs to be
absolutely
smashed. And I mean, it's actually not inaccurate.
No,
These
that's
are
fair.
basically all magic stones. So that's it. That's where we're going to leave it.
Excellent. All right.
And I hope everyone has had some. I see Raven posted in the chat, though, that I'm getting called away for family duties. Sorry. So all good. If Raven can't jump back in, it's all good. We can wrap it up. I can roll for the giveaway as soon as you let me know what to roll.
Roll a d20, please.
I shall, and I'll remind the audience as I do so, and roll is that a 6 or a 9? Damn, this die is really hard to read. 6. I'll remind the audience that if you subscribe to the channel, you are automatically entered in the draw every game for some amazing artworks. And you will receive such artworks. Who'd I roll?
It was Red Chris MS.
Chris MS, you are
Red Chris.
Sorry, what is it?
Red Chris.
Red Chris.
Yeah.
You were cut off before. Red Chris MS is the receiver of the next art giveaway. Anybody got anything you want to shout out?
I'm doing a panel stream talk thing tomorrow for World Anvil at twitchtv.com/worldanvil, where I'm going to talk about setting like sustainable creative goals. So if you're like a writer or an artist and you just want to learn more about like setting goals and like making your dopamine do better things to make you make more good things, I'm going to talk a little bit about that because it's a fun topic. I like it a lot.
Nice.
What's your channel?
It's going to be on twitch.tv/worldanvil, which is World Anvil's. They do live streams every week talking about mostly about world building topics, but other sort of creative topics as well. So if you like fantasy and world building, they are good folks.
Indeed. Anybody else got anything to shout out?
There, I got the link. I will be streaming again this Sunday, not on this channel, but on twitch.tv/Altered Echo Archives. We're going to be playing Cypher System. It's a very fun game where magic is waking up and we're all finding strange new powers that we have to wield. So come check us out on that channel. We're going to be Sunday at 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST.
Excellent. I guess I'll mention that most of us are going to be at Gen Con this year. So just for people who are starting to make their plans,
Yep.
it's coming up faster than you think. Housing opens next month.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yep.
Somethingpositive.net. I still draw Popeye on Sundays. And also mousetrappedcomic.blog is my new project where it's a sequel story to Steamboat Willie. And let's see how long for Disney ceases to assist me.
Public
Tweaking the
domain, man.
nose of the mouse.
Public domain.
They've been doing it to people on YouTube already.
I know.
So.
It's annoying.
Yep.
All right.
All right. I'm just setting up a raid.
Any other last call outs before I guess I'll announce next game is currently scheduled for the 26th.
Heck yeah.
All I gotta say is hug a native. Buy him a coffee. Probably not Starbucks.
No, definitely Starbucks. A good local coffee.
Hell yes.
Nice. All right.
Thanks for joining us,
it,
everybody.
y'all. Same
Bye.
trash time, same trash channel.
Nice.
And